Good morning, folks, and welcome back to Old School Studios. So, my paint has arrived. My countertops have arrived. My sink was here for a second, but it was taken back because it was meant for a 36-inch sink base and won't fit in this hole. We have flooring and a couple other developments here. I gotta run a plug. I'm gonna do this tomorrow because I don't have the shit with me, but I gotta run a plug for the oven 110 because it has a clock. So I'm gonna run a plug down the basement. I'm gonna pull the oven out and I'm gonna get that board painted so I get this trim molding shot up, finish the trim molding around the bottom of this. So yeah, I got a full day ahead of me here. I got my routers, I got my bits, I got my heat gun, I got this and that and every other thing. So let me get started and I'll be right back at you. Alright, so I measured this thing at 7 foot. I put a green tape. I made my mark. I cut it with my circular saw all the way this way to where I couldn't go anymore. Then I came down the back and cut it with my circular saw, and then with my sawzall I made the final little push. It's about this much that you have to cut with the sawzall. So there we are, my cut is made. This is going up against the wall and it does get a side splash, so no harm no foul if there was some chipping, but there wasn't any. I'm going to clear off this counter over here and slide it in place so I could get the placement of my oven. And it's going to go right here. I'll take it from there in a second. Alright, so here we are. We got this baby in place where I want it to go. This has to have a filler piece. Yeah, that's a problem, Houston. Alright, so we'll figure this out and get back at you in a flash. Alright, so I have the countertop in place. It's upside down. I had to put this build up on and this build up on, and I put some contact cement, and then I will put contact cement on the coinciding side splash and glue the side splash on. Not the side splash, the side formica, and that'll be routed out. So let me get the glue on this, and then I have my heat gun and I'll reactivate them. And these come actually with glue on them already, and basically these just heat, but that's going to be a high traffic corner and I don't want it catching on someone's clothes and being jerked off. You don't want to get it jerked off just like that. Alright, so the with this router bit, it has the rolling bearing, and you set it up so just the thickness of your metal or your formica gets trimmed. So I heated this up, glued it, and then reheated it, rolled it on with a roller, and then routed the edge off all the way around, routed off. So now I need to bring a file back. I did give it a little sanding and I need some lacquer thinner. I got to get some of this glue off here. There's a little bit of glue residue. Alright, so now I'm going to work on finding the center point of the sink base, making my mark, and laying out and cutting the hole and getting my sink attached to this countertop before I stick it down, so I don't have to crawl under there like an animal and get those clips in. So I'm going to get the sink out here and I'll give you a show. I am going to put a coat of paint on this panel here so I can get a couple coats on before I leave today, and that'll be done. So I got to get a first coat on that now. We had the color matched. It's pretty nice. I'll show you here. When this is dry, it'll blend in perfectly.
Subscribe today and get an extra issue free at rushlimbaugh.com. You're listening to the EIB Network, the voice of Cleveland.
If this was here, I would have probably painted it the other day before I installed it, and I wouldn't have had a... Alright, so you guys get the gist. I'll paint this and we'll be back with cutting in the sink. Alright, so I hit that, and then I ran a piece of green tape and I hit the back, and I'm actually going to sweep this out and paint that down there because our floor guy is a jerk off, and I don't know how far under there he's going to go with it, and I don't want it to look like a booger, so I'm probably going to, no harm no foul if he goes all the way, but I want it so if you look in between you don't see bare wood. Alright, here's our sink. We have a 30-inch sink base, so the double sink ain't gonna work. He came with the single sink like we use over at the numbered building, like Unit 8, Unit 10, all those that I've done videos. This is the same sink we use over there, and it looks good. It'll fit in there nicely. We'll get laid out to cut that in, and we'll get started with that now. One more time, I got sidetracked and I put this one in, and it was kind of tricky because this is not going to get a side splash, so I wanted to make it pretty tight, and I gouged out some of the wall so I could get it back in there further. I am putting ceramic tile backsplash. This will get an edge glued on it here, and this edge will get be glued on, and I'll probably do that next. I still haven't done the sink into that one yet because I had all the tools sitting out for this in the other room. So both of my counters are calculated and it gives me about a 1/4 inch on each side when I slide the oven in, according to my calculations. And we'll see how that goes when the time comes. I painted that, and that whole nook got painted. So we'll be back. Alright folks, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, including here. That means I am out of here like a bad fart. Thank you for watching Old School Studios. Please hit like and subscribe. It immensely helps me, and it keeps me motivated to continue making videos. Thank you for watching Old School Studios. Please like and subscribe. Take care.